Hey, Glue Gun Gang, I'm back. It's me, Alicia Marie. This is the Crown Channel, and you're watching Crown Cosplay. We are in week 4, the last week before our contestants will debut their live costumes on stage at TwitchCon San Diego. I'm beside myself. I can't believe we're already here. It's already been 4 weeks. If you love crafting, if you're obsessed with creating like me and everyone on this show, you're going to want to learn more about cosplay. You need to watch this show. We're going to be dropping hints, tips, and tricks that you can use for your own costumes for conventions, cosplay, Halloween. How's everyone doing? Betty's Dungeon Adventure. You're here for Cerise? Well, we do have polls during this show, and we want you guys to come out for your people and make sure you vote. Let's see who else is here. We have Epic Voice Guy. How are you? Lady Artemis. Yay, Lady Artemis was our host last week, and she was also one of our mentors in week 1. Lone Human, how are you? Bring on the hot glue. I'm always prepared. You know, I always have this with me. I think it's a thing of comfort for me. I need to have it with me at all times. Atmospheres is here, of course. What are you doing in chat? Get backstage. Again, I'm Alicia Marie. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm a professional costume maker, cosplayer. I've worked with many big companies and some amazing celebrity types. So I've gotten to do a lot of things in my cosplay career. So you never know where that crafting stuff, costume stuff, that creative stuff that you do in the basement when no one knows that you're home is going to take you. You never know when it's going to take you. What's up? What's up? You have Baby Kanga D, Rodeleon. I love you guys. Jade Valkyrie's here. What's up? I love when I see the fellow cosplay people in the community dropping in to say hi. Again, we are in week 4, 3 contestants. It's 5 weeks. This is going to end in San Diego, where one of these contestants is going to win the grand prize. So let me tell you a little bit about the show, because I realize that I railroad ahead all the time. And I know that some of you are new to the game and may not know what the heck we're doing here. This is week 4. Every week, our contestants have been put to the test by professional mentors. They've had to do a weekly sort of challenge thing that affects the end game leaderboard. These weekly challenges just sort of put them to the test so they learn things that they can apply to their full cosplay build. This full cosplay build is happening sort of behind the scenes, but we're going to get to see what they've been working on behind the scenes next weekend, live on stage at TwitchCon in San Diego. October. So the next time you guys see me after this show and you see our contestants, it will be Saturday, not Friday, Saturday, October 8th at 3:30 p.m. And one of them's going to win, and it's going to be over, and I'm going to be like a proud mama crying. But this show is not just about me, and it's not just about our contestants. It's about you guys too. So we need you guys to help us decide who should win each weekly challenge. So we're going to have 3 polls during this show that are going to rate our contestants in 3 different categories. Number 1 is going to be, dun, 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 the best use of budget. So how they get a budget every week for this weekly challenge. They have to buy their products and supplies and then use them effectively. So best use of budget. Number 2 is most creative. So what do you guys think? Out of the contestants, who was the most creative use of the materials for their challenge that's given by the mentor? And then, of course, lastly, and this is the most important, best final product, One Fierce Mother. You guys get to vote. You guys get to rank who you think did the best in each of these categories. Yay. I'm dressed as Wonder Woman today. I'm very excited, but I'm wearing a jacket because when we did the test for this, I had this on, and when I bend over, it just looks like this is not the family show that it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. At the end, our pro mentor that we bring on, I'll introduce to you in a minute, will take things into their own hands, and they will issue their own ranking, and that will give us our final results and leaderboard. Okay, do you guys think you got it? For those of you who just jumped in, be loud, be proud. Make sure you ask us any questions that you might have, because we'll try to answer them to the best of our ability. And that's why we're here, to talk crafting and costuming and making things, because that's what's really fun in life, isn't it? All right. Last week, our contestants were tasked to make accessories. Like every week, they have a different sort of focus. And last week was accessories, and they had created some really incredible sword and shields. It was kind of amazing. I was rather shocked at how well they did. Let's bring them back out. Yay!
Hello!
Hello, my babies.
Hi!
Hello!
It's so good to see you again. We missed you.
I missed you guys, so much. I carried this with me in honor of you all week because, I'm thinking about you even when I'm not around you. I didn't get to tell chat this either. I'm under it. It's Halloween season. I make costumes. I had tons of commissions, so I had to take last week to get back caught up. But now I'm caught up. And I'm here with my babies, and we're getting ready for TwitchCon.
Terrifying.
Yes,
No!
for sure.
It's a lot. It's so heavy right now, the thought of this.
I actually have a question for you. Who are you guys?
Who are we?
I'm serious.
How are we?
I watched
how are we?
last
Not
week's-
who are. I'm like, it's week 4. You should know by now.
I'm like, I watched last week's episode, what happened to those week 1 contestants that were like, oh, I'm so nervous, I don't know what to do. Last week, Renessa gave you this little sword you want to make, and all 3 of you were like, well, actually, Cerise had this like Excalibur blade that was had a curse running through it and shaded gemstones with like this perfect, I guess, one-of-a-kind shape that I've never seen before. Monica, you had this like wooden shield with like perfect staining and that sickle. And let me tell you something, I will never look at tinfoil again the same after you. Although I have to get the generic. This isn't it, right? I have to get the generic?
Yeah, always generic. Always generic.
I got the generic. Yeah. I'll remember. Next time I'll do better, I promise. And Atmos, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
As someone who's done a lot of Borderlands cosplay, I'm really into post-apocalyptic stuff. So I love that Keyblade you did with the crown plates and the stop sign shield. Like, where did you come up with that idea?
I kind of was just like, if we're doing detailing and weathering, let's get dirty with it. Let's go outside my box for the challenge. I was like, the challenge is already outside of my wheelhouse. Why don't I challenge myself further and do the opposite of what I would usually do, which is like super bright and colorful and sparkly, by doing dirty and gross and grimy and post-apocalyptic. And it paid off. It paid off, and I'm really proud of myself. I think the show is all about like trying new things, and I tried a new thing and it worked out.
I just want to say, I'm really impressed watching you guys come from week 1 all the way to week 4 and how much your confidence went up. And this is great because when you're on stage in San Diego at TwitchCon next weekend, Saturday, you're going to have to bring that like confidence. Like when you put on that costume, I want you to think to yourself when you walk up to that judge, watch this, I'm coming. That's the mentality you have to have whenever you're on stage getting judged for any reason, is that this is my moment. And y'all are going to take it and take it in, all right? So speaking of TwitchCon, I want to one by one, starting with you, Cerise. How are you doing on your costume progress?
I'm doing pretty all right. I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's been a little scary, but slowly but surely, I've got some stuff to show you. Would you like to see my wares? I have a variety of different jewelries and things that I've worked on. Some is in stages of still being painted, some is more finished. We've got stuff like cute little armbands, things for my hair, wristbands, all sorts of cool stuff that I used, all sorts of foam and foam clay for, which was something that I've surprisingly really started to enjoy because I've done it with last week with the sword and then this week with this week's challenge. So I'm really excited to do more of this stuff as we go.
I love seeing the gilded pieces. It's very, very Breath of the Wild. That I'm feeling that. I'm like the armbands and the filigree
every
and
little
stuff
piece
like
that comes together. I see it more and more. I see Breath of the Wild coming to life. I'm so excited.
That's it. Start to see it come together. Atmos, are you going to give me a sneak peek or what?
Me? I got some sneak peeks for you. So if anyone doesn't know, wasn't here when I talked about it before, I'm doing a very niche character from a very niche game. I'm doing Harmony from the game Ham Ham Heartbreak. She's a little angel hamster. So I've got my wig all together. Those little buns are sort of little hamster ear kind of vibes, very cutesy, very curly. I styled this in one of my streams.
Oh, it's so
also
cute.
do have an angel is sort of not complete without a halo. So
No.
have my little golden halo with LED lights inside of it. It's going to light up. It's going to shine and sparkle with gold leafing on it. So it's, that actual, well, not actual real gold because that's too expensive, but imitation gold leaf for that sparkle and shine that I am known for. And it kind of hooks behind my ears like a pair of halo glasses almost.
Oh, wow.
And that's what I've been working on. There's so much more. But I feel like those are the two things I'm most proud of so far. I'm really excited to put it all together.
And you said LED lights. You said you put in your
LED lights. Yeah, I mean I don't have my battery on me, but it fully lights up. It's sort of like a little Beyonce halo hit me like a ray of sun moment.
You said the magic word, Beyonce's. I'm so excited.
That radiant glow. That's what I'm going for.
Come on stage, it's atmospheres. All right,
exactly.
Monica.
Wind machine?
Give me a sneak peek.
Are you ready for?
Yeah.
I only have one thing.
That's okay.
The rest of the stuff is drying at the moment, but it's the biggest thing. It's my hammer. It's not quite done, obviously. It's still looking a little rough.
Is that like what do you call it? Foam, insulation foam?
Yes, this is insulation foam, and then I filled it with the clay foam. So, ow.
So when you're done with that, you're going to be able to swing it?
Oh yeah. I've already, as per Renessa's glorious advice, I have the pole already together with the magnets, and it's detachable, and it's pretty strong. So.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I wish I could watch all of you like check in with your weapons at the airport. That's the most fun part. I know you guys talked about that last week. I've definitely experienced that sort of when you're traveling to a convention and you have to walk up to the gate and you're like, it's a sword. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I feel like packing's gonna be a whole other beast.
Yes.
We're all like thinking about finishing our costumes. That's be like, oh, and we have to pack everything to fly.
You pack everything.
Gotta all come together at the end.
Yeah, I mean, and you have to have like, I mean, we talked about this, all of your, I know you guys are making your lists right now, all of your fixes, because something's gonna break, something's gonna fall apart. Always, it's the nature of costumes and traveling with costumes. Have your fix-it kits, your fixes and stuff, because
the
you know,
glue
it's,
gun. The glue gun gang
yes.
coming to the rescue.
I bought 100 packs,
gang.
so I'm ready to go.
Oh my gosh! Well, if I run out, I know who I'm talking to.
Oh my God. Is there anything that any of you are like specifically nervous about judging? Because you guys have never been judged for your costuming pieces before, right? No?
Yeah,
You guys look at me
it's
like
terrifying.
this.
I'm worried about the details for sure, because I think, you know, on stage it'll be spectacular, but a judge looking up close and looking at the hem of your garment and looking at exactly how well you stitched it, I'm like,
don't look at that. Don't look at it.
Don't look too closely. We only had 5 weeks. Don't look too closely.
Just keep turning and being like, no, don't look there. Don't look there.
Exactly. Very creative posing and
you guys are going to be. You guys
sure.
are definitely ready. I have no fear whatsoever. They're asking me ready for this. Chat. We got to take a little break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to meet our week 4 mentor. We're going to find out what these 3 are going to be making this week right here on the show. Right after this, stay tuned.
My brother gave his life hunting the enemy. His task is now mine. Speak your truth. Stand with me. Ours was no chance meeting. Not fate, nor destiny. Ours was the work of something greater.
I am not the hero you seek.
Whatever it was you did, be free of it.
It is here, the moment we feared. Why do you keep fighting?
There is a tempest in me. Evil does not sleep, it waits.
Welcome back. You're watching Crown Cosplay, and this is the Crown Channel. I'm Alicia. Our contestants are competing in a series of weekly cosplay challenges to prepare for TwitchCon San Diego next weekend in the grand finale. where they will reveal their very first full cosplay build. What's up? Yep, the Glue Gun Gang representing. But before we do that, we have to meet our week 4 mentor. It's very important. She's a fellow crafting queen. She's the host of Good at Stuff right here on the Crown Channel, which is coming back for season 2 in November 29th, to be concise. Gina DeVivo, welcome to the show.
Hello! I'm so excited to join the Glue Gun Gang. I'm ready. I've got my gear. I'm here.
Look how cute you look. I didn't wait, let me see the wings. Give me like a 360 for a minute. Let me move this out of the way so I can see you. Look at you and the wings.
I can't do a full 360 because I'm at a desk, but you get a little.
It's so cute. Look at me. I'm very happy to know that you're also a member of the Glue Gun Gang. The queen of crafting herself, Martha Stewart, said,
yes,
you can pry my glue gun out of my cold, dead hands that I've glue gunned myself to. Something like that. But yeah. She, is glue gun advocate. You can all be there. I'm so happy to have you on this show. I'm a big fan of Good at Stuff.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I love making things, so this is just a great day for me.
Are you, have you tuned into the show before, or did you want to come in blind?
Half and half. I watched all the clips, but I wanted to sort of keep my own spin on everything and just kind of go with the flow and be surprised and be sort of sucked into the talent and the magic of it. And I wanted to be thoroughly surprised by how I know the contestants are so talented. I've seen some of their work. I got to see the snippets you just showed. I am so excited to just unleash them on art.
Yay! It's like, for those of you who may not be aware of Gina, she's actually a very accomplished crafter and cosplayer. Not only does she have her show, look at some of the stuff she's done. Look at this!
Yes, for those who play Hades.
What is this?
Labyrinth of Jareth. If you've ever... you go to Labyrinth, right? Oh,
girl.
Yes. That is my Greta Gremlin. There's my partner and I being a couple of jokers. Yes,
you hold back on me because these are not, like, I've not seen these before, Gina. These are amazing.
I know. Thank you very much. And there's PocketGina and me. Who doesn't want a puppet version of themselves?
Me, I want one so I can like annoy people with it.
Yes, because then you didn't say it, she did.
So I can tell from like the costumes that you've done and things that we've just seen that you like challenging yourself. You like giving yourself things you've never made before, and you like putting yourself to the test. Am I right? Wrong?
Yes. No. We were bonding over this a little bit, and that once I have mastered one material, it is gone from my brain, and I want a new one that I've never touched before. I've never explored, and I go hard. I'll research it for hours. And then buy everything and then just have a great weekend of figuring out how this thing works, what it doesn't work with, what it can be painted with, what it can't be glued with. It's a fun challenge. And then I'm on to the next. I like just making things for me, and that's usually figuring out how the heck to do it and then just doing it.
It's like, oh, does this glue work with this, stick to this? Oh, it doesn't stick to this, but it sticks to that. That is a major part of the learning curve with crafting.
Yes. Adhesives
that could be a whole episode. That could be a whole episode.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of challenges, Gina, what do you have for us today? What do you have for us?
Okay. This week I wanted to, I have the luxury of having the body torso section. And so I wanted to challenge our contestants with wings, if you couldn't have guessed.
So 1 hour, Gina.
I know. I'm so mean. mean, okay, so obviously wings, very difficult, very complicated, can get quite large and have a lot of moving parts to them and are quite cumbersome. But I desperately wanted to show that it doesn't have to be as challenging and you don't have to put as much time. Now, obviously, crafters want to put as much time into their builds as they possibly can. So I was very nice, and I said that the contestants were allowed to pre-make a skeleton if they wanted. So if they wanted to make it out of wire or foam or what have you, they could pre-make whatever the structure of their wings could be ahead of time, so that for the show, they could really focus on the detail work and getting everything nice and clean and make it a showpiece. And so that's really what I'm going to be looking for. That's what I want you at home to be looking for, is not necessarily how wing-like their piece is, because I love giving a prompt and then letting someone be creative within that. Having a box is the best way to learn how to color outside of it. So I wanted to not necessarily judge them on wing likeness and accuracy of that, but letting them really show their creative side with how the detail work, how their eye for clean lines or painting techniques or layering or it's really those small close-up things, because as we've talked about, judges are going to be looking up close. So I wanted them to practice up close. So I really wanted them to practice that. And here's a list of some of the supplies that I've curated that you might want with your wings. So obviously you can make them out of cloth if you want sort of a more flowy texture. And also we've got foam if you want that more rigid. You can use it for the skeleton. You can use it for that sort of stuff. And obviously wire is a great one. I'm going to be demonstrating how to make sort of a wire structure today. Feathers, classic. They're wings. You got birds, you got angels, you've got the whole thing. And then last but not least, we got adhesives. We're talking about them. You gotta have it. You gotta have glue guns. Super 77, also a classic. And that's just a few small things. We've got another list of just a handful of things that you could possibly want if you at home want to make some wings. And that's the QR code right there.
Yay! Get the QR code. Get it. You can get what you need right there on Amazon. It's been curated by Gina. It's absolutely perfect. All right, so our contestants only gonna have an hour, so we need to get your demo started. Let's rock.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, let's do it.
All right. So
all right. First things first. I'm gonna take some scrap paper. This is just some simple crafting paper. And I like to take a resource when I'm using wings or making wings. There's some great bug and like animal close-up macro shots. And so I've just pre-sketched a little thing that you can't see, but I can see. And I've just sketched a quick image of a close-up of an insect wing that I really, really liked. So you're just gonna take a reference, you're gonna put it on some craft paper, and then I'm gonna take a Sharpie just so you can all see it really well, and I'm just gonna re-outline it. So yeah, this is how I sort of draft patterns in general. I really like this craft paper. It's a great way to sort of not feel like if you mess up, you're wasting vital material. We just like to make sure that we have room for mistakes.
Drawing?
What's that?
Gosh. You freehanded that. Mine would have been all over the place.
I do have a bit of a sketch here that I just kind of rough sketched a wing shape, and then I'm going for a sort of fairy look today is what I wanted to demonstrate for you all. Obviously you can make this out of anything, but I'm kind of showing you that you can just craft a simple pattern. I'm going to do a bit of an insect shape. Let's make it a little fairy-like. And if you kind of don't know how to do an insect, again, just look up there are so many references. The internet is full of inspiration for all of this detail work to really get the things. I kind of like to just have fun with it. And once you start learning the general shapes, you really get used to it and can sort of start freehanding a lot easier, just like this. So like I've made a handful of sort of fairy and butterfly wings, and so I know some general shapes. I also used to be a face painter, so I painted a lot of butterfly faces on sweet kids. So this
She's
is
multi-talented.
Yeah.
No.
You kind of figure out that when you're an artist, it bleeds over into a lot of amazing things. So there we go. We've got a general shape of a wing. I'd say that's not bad. And then, so what I'm going to do is look at this and know that I need probably structure here and here. Because in order to hold my wing shape, I need to be able to keep them open no matter what material I'm using. I need them to be structured like that. So I'm going to be taking, I've got 16 gauge wire here. You can obviously go heavier or less depending on how heavy your wings are going to be, but mine are going to be made out of cellophane, so they're not going to be too heavy. So you're just going to really, you're going to basically mold it to the shape of the wing that you want. Now, I'm not going to be doing all of this detail work. You absolutely could, but I don't find it necessary. So I'm going to give myself a bit of a tail and just cut this. I'm just using some wire cutters. Super easy. People buy them for all sorts of things. They've come in handy for floral arranging and anything that has a sort of metal bit. I like to repurpose a lot of my art and remake it. I love, you love a good thrift store find, a good repurposing. And so that's really all I'm going to need for this one. And then you can always take some needle nose pliers and kind of really shape it. But mine's pretty flexible because it is such a thinner wire. But if you were using a bigger, thicker structure, you definitely would need some needle nose pliers if you're trying to be really specific or make little curly cues, things like that. So I've got that, and then we're going to go and bend this up to here, just like this. And then from here, we're going to take... I like to use electrical tape. You can also use floral tape, but I want to make my wire the color of the wing that I would like. So I'm going to be using sort of a white, pretty, the cells of the wings, but I'm going to use some electrical tape, and you're just going to wrap it just like this. And this, I like electrical tape for this specifically because it's really sturdy. And then it makes my wire really just have a lot more substance to it, and kind of makes it a little more tacky to kind of mold around. And then this is the part where you just go do 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 do.
Do 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 do. You're making it look easy.
Oh yeah, good.
Like, you know what? This is where you like where Gina's talking about having the electrical tape that sort of matches the color that she wants to end up with for her wings. This is where the preparedness comes in. Like when you think ahead of what you might be doing. Inakala said that they're so impressed by what you're doing. I'm impressed too. She's just like drew that wing out, and it's like dragonfly, moth, or any sort of insect. But
I think my original reference was a bit of a cicada or something. I love the intricacies of wings. You can really see the details. I love the details. Yeah. I get lost in the sauce for details.
But like you were saying to the contestants, like details are really what's, we were saying like it's really going to matter. In the end, that's because there are a lot of great costumes and everyone looks good in them. But, when the judge is facing everyone, what she's going to come down to is what pops to her. And what makes things pop is usually those little extra things that no one would think to do.
It's true. It's definitely true. It really comes down to those small things. So obviously, there, it's got a little more structure. It's a little easier to bend and work with. And like, it'll lay a lot flatter, and bam, there it is right there. And then I'm going to quickly do the next one, and then we're going to start getting into some cellophane techniques.
Ooh, like, wait,
have you made wings?
Okay,
have
I
you
wish
ever
you
made
did not
wings
ask
before?
me that. Gina, don't you ask me that question.
Oh, no, really?
Okay, I'm going to be honest.
Okay, I won't. I erase it. I take it back. I etch-a-sketch my question.
I have the nerve, okay, to be out here hosting a show with wings being the focus when there are cosplays that I've wanted to do. Like, there is, let me think, you know, the Morrigan and Lilith from Darkstalkers and Hawk Girl. And, the one I've really wanted to do is Akasha from Defense of the Ancients. She's like the queen of pain, and she has these massive, like, succubus wings. But I've not done these amazing cosplays because I get, like, sort of daunted by the wingedness. Like, having at the convention, wingedness.
Yes, that makes sense. It's a daunting thing. It's a lot of work. They're heavy. They can be a lot to work with. We'll say that. And then once you have this structure, I'm just going to do a quick tape-a-roo and make sure that they're sticking together. And then I'll show you some techniques of how I make all of this translated onto my beautiful, beautiful wings. All right.
I'm taking notes too, by the way. I'm taking notes on this.
Great. So there we go. We have this structure. And then that's kind of all you have to worry about for now. Now, if you want to make these sort of inner bits also all that pop and be able to shine through under your cellophane, you could take I just took some sketch paper and I place my wing on top, and then I take my pencil and I kind of trace it again and push, and you'll sort of leave an indentation on this paper.
Genius.
And then it's sort of there. You can't quite see it, but I can see it. And you'll see an indentation. And then you'll be able to take an X-Acto knife and cut out your shape. But I want to show you a different hack for this, actually. So if you don't want to have all that time or have necessarily all the hand dexterity to cut all that out, what you can do instead is take a sheet of your cellophane, place your cellophane on top, and take a white Sharpie. And what you're going to do is you're going to trace out everything that you just did, and you're going to create all those veins in your cellophane, and then it'll shine right through, just like this. And then you just do that, and then you don't have to worry about cutting out with your hands for hours all these intricate little pieces. You can very quickly just take a Sharpie and trace it, because you've already put all that work into your sketch and into your design. And sometimes it can be very repetitive and you can get discouraged. But if you just take, I mean, be careful, because sometimes it's a little, but the great thing is you can just realign it. Cellophane can be kind of sticky. And then you just do that. Boop, 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 boop. I also make a lot of noise while I'm crafting. People who have seen my show will know that.
I talk to myself.
Yeah.
Anoculus said that they're somewhat of a cosplay scientist themselves. I love that. I'm a cosplay scientist.
A cosplay scientist. That's fun. And so then when you're done with that, you see you've got all that veining. Oh, I was going to show camera. I forgot. It's above me. I'm so used to my show. So there we go. We have that pre-made veining.
Oh my gosh.
And you didn't have to do anything. That took me, 30 seconds? And then you're going to just line up your thing. And then this is the other fun part. So cellophane, you could obviously do 2 of these. You could take some Super 77, which is a nice adhesive spray. It's great for cosplaying. And you could sandwich them together, but I like to make my wings really sturdy, especially because you're going to be hitting people. You're going to be hitting doors. You're going to be knocking into things sometimes. And you're going to be packing them. So I like them to be sturdy. And there is an iron-on vinyl that I like to use. It makes it super sturdy because cellophane is obviously a very brittle material. And so you can just get this. It's heat activated. And it's got a nice little grid pattern on it. So you can really measure the size. And I like to just really quickly, I'm going to shift this out of the way. I know we're going to get to the contestants soon.
Yes. I want to bring them in. Bring the contestants in.
We can bring them in.
Yeah, let's bring them in. I want to see if they've been watching all this.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. My mind is blown. The mind of the mastermind, Gina. I'm like,
I'm so excited to see it.
The vinyl hack? I'm like, dang it.
So the Sharpie marker on the left.
Right? That's what I'm saying. That was like a perfect tip. I'm stealing that.
I love it. I love
Bringing
it. Like,
so many facts.
whip up a
I
wing,
love it.
and I'm like, do I have a
Instantly.
time in an hour? I'm like, an hour.
It's
You could do so much.
easy. It's just like, hello, it's right there. There's a wing.
It's
done.
so pretty.
It's a wing. Chat, how do you
Come
guys,
do
are you
my
guys
wing,
impressed?
Gina.
I don't know, everyone's like, yeah, Chad is really impressed by that, Gina. None of us have really seen it before. And that's the best thing about this show is that
great.
even if you know a lot of things, like you always pick up one little nugget that can like change your life, costuming life.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions for Gina so far? Anything like that you've seen?
I feel like I have so much to learn from Gina. I don't have any questions. I'm just like an eager student ready to watch and listen.
Oh, thanks, everybody.
Can't wait to see it come together.
I'm so excited for all of you. I'm so excited to see what you all make. Now, I want to remind everyone at home that they were allowed to pre-make their structures, and it didn't have to be wire. It didn't have to be whatever, anything. They could use whatever they wanted. And I really just want to see their creative flags fly today and really use the materials they felt comfortable with so that they can be as detailed as possible and just really flex today. And I'm very excited to see what you all do.
So Gina, you have no idea what they're doing, right? You don't know. You just know that they're doing their skeleton.
Some pieces. I've seen some things. I know like very minor things, but no, I do not know what they intend for their final products. I don't know how big they're going to be. I don't know any of that. So I am looking so forward to what they're going to get done and really focus on those details for the judges. So
hint from the judge here.
Yes.
Hint, details.
So you all have 1 hour. I'm nervous and so happy for you.
1 hour to get it done. You guys feel ready?
Yes. I'm ready.
As ready as you'll ever
Very
be.
ready.
Yeah.
You
let's
do that,
it.
Christina. Kick 'em off.
Okay. On your mark, get set.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay.
right.
We'll check back in with them. I'm going to just unwrap my vinyl right now, and we're going to finish up this wing because it's super easy. This is always the hard part. I have nails, but for some reason, stickers and me have a difficult... Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm just peeling off, and I'm going to make sure to set my sticky side up. Sticky side up. So it's only sticky on one side. And... I'm just gonna peel it
carefully,
just like this. Just like that. There we go. Beautiful. Okay.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna peel that vinyl, and I am gonna set this off to the side for 1 second. And I'm just gonna show you one more quick technique before we seal this all up. So I went ahead and pre-did something. So if you want to be even more extra with your cellophane,
I always want to be extra with my cellophane.
You can color onto your cellophane. So, excuse me. Let go. Thank you.
Acrylic paint? Just on there?
No. So I'm going to show how you can accomplish this. I'm going to take a quick piece and do a small demonstration. What you're going to do is I got like a little felt pad, and I'm going to take some alcohol inks and show you how you can butter up your cellophane. So I'm going to take some alcohol blending solution. This is just from Ranger. This is the alcohol ink brand that I like to use. You put a little bit on your felt pad, and then you just droplet onto your cellophane, just like that. And then you just take the pad with the alcohol solution, and you can kind of blend it out, and it'll give it that like sort of acrylic pour cellular look. And you can blend it with other colors and layer it. And this takes a bit to dry because you want the alcohol to sort of have time to evaporate and not trap gases between all of the stuff. But if you want to add those layers and those textures onto your cellophane, that's how you do it.
It's like a watercolor.
We don't need that. It gets that watercolor, that sort of gradient. And you can really sort of get really detailed with it if you want. But now,
you can make your wings
back
magical.
to the show. Let's see. We're going to line up our thing, and we're going to set it. I've got an idea. I forgot. I gotta place this.
It's always
underneath.
fun to watch these things just come together, because at the beginning, like, everybody looks at what you're making and everyone's always like, what the heck is that? And then when you're done with it, you're like, don't look at it now. Don't look now. Look
not
later.
yet. Oh, yes. My mom was a big crafter. We grew up crafting a lot in my household. And I would always like, well, it's not quite. And she'd be like, it's not done yet.
Get out.
So I'm just lining it up. So I'm putting my skeleton onto the sticky side so that it, is in the right place when I lay down my cellophane, and just giving it a good go there. And
I love this.
Bend this
it's
a
like
little
so
bit.
Easy.
It's super easy. That's the crazy thing. And so, okay, we've got that.
Sticky vinyl, cellophane. Can we pull up that QR code again that Gina mentioned with her supply list for everybody? You want to go to Amazon Prime and Amazon, you can pick up some of the products and supplies that Gina's used for these wings today. And yes, to those of you who are asking about the Glue Gun Gang, you can be an official member. Yes, you can. We are indoctrinating people every week.
You're what? How do you become a Glue Gang? How do you become a Glue Gang member?
Glue Gun Gang, you're like, somebody said they want you to be the crafty godmother. Blessed Raven TTB wants you to be the crafty godmother. Maybe she'll adopt
I can
us.
accomplish that. I can absolutely.
That.
Yes, I would love that. I have been nicknamed the Craft Wizard before, and it's I love it.
I get to watch this now. We get to watch this tentativeness. Okay, you can focus.
Yes. Okay, the difficult part is I made my cellophane a little wide, so it's getting stuck. And I'm just going to trim it a little bit.
Okay.
There we go. That's better. Bam. And then bam. Now I can hold it. Because you really want to be able to line it up. There we go.
It's tentative.
There we go.
Look at that. And you have the wire sandwiched between, so you have like the armature in there.
Yes.
And your design is already drawn on with white Sharpie. I can't believe this.
Yes. So I'm just taking it just like this. And then what you're going to do, because this is a heat activated vinyl, so I'm going to put on a heat-safe glove just so that I can work with it and not worry about burning my hands. And then I'm going to take my heat gun, which just kind of looks like a hairdryer. You can also absolutely use a iron, but you're just going to have to put a protective layer between so you don't burn the cellophane. So everyone, your ears, I'm going to turn on a hairdryer-like thing. And basically, you just kind of hold it about 10 inches away, and it's going to basically shrink wrap all of that hard work you just did. And you just kind of heat it up, and you keep your hand, and you don't want to hold too long because obviously then you're going to get some bubbling, and we want this to be as smooth as possible. So we're just going to do a bit of that. Heat it up I just have it on a low setting.
Yeah.
And then once it's a little warm, because again, the vinyl is heat activated, so it's really going to sandwich and secure to that cellophane and seal everything up just like that. And then I'm going to take my glove and really just get all those bubbles out. Now, I don't mind bubbling too much because I think it adds fun texture to the wings, depending on
I was gonna say
how
that.
you want it. Yeah, it's a nice texture. Really get that, really just squeeze that wire just like that. And then when you're all done, you're just gonna cut it out. Now you can take a heat tool and cut it out, but I just think scissors are just as good. You can burn it, but you also remember if you are doing it with a heat tool, just make sure to either use a good vapor respirator or be in a well-ventilated area, because you are burning plastic, and that can be something that you forget about because vapors are a really hard thing to sort of remember, that are obviously very dangerous, and you want to be safe. We have a safety dance on our show.
Safety first.
It's
Safety
a great
first.
way to forget.
I mean, we make these things, and you have to remember, like, I see people using Plasti Dip in their homes, and I'm like, what are you doing? Take that outside.
Oh, yeah. So then when you're all done, you've got some wings. Here's one I did that had the alcohol ink that I did before the show here. I'll show a close-up of what the alcohol ink looks like when it's dry. If we want to do my face cam, that's how I'll do a close-up. There we go. Okay, so you see how you get all that beautiful texture, and that's an alcohol ink. Oh, wait, there we go. There we go. Let's. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm trying. It was, okay, once, maybe, there. There we go. Perfect.
That is amazing, Gina.
There we go. So those are the finished products. Bam, you got all that. See, you got the really delicate, all that line. So this is the Bristol board when I cut it out by hand. And this is if you want those really fine, thin lines. And you can obviously make them thicker with the Sharpie. But there's the final product. And you can make these any color cellophane you want. You can make different shapes. I have a pre-made, like, if you want to do a bat wing structure.
Yeah, like a succubus.
Like a succubus wing, which I've made before. That you just would then, cut your material and make it like that. And you can also do material for feather work, anything you want. So you can just have fun with it. And that's
just use this.
That's how I make wings.
Abyssal Icarus said that it looks really good. Everyone used it in chat. Everyone's loving what you did. I'm just really impressed that you you could take this technique and you can scale it huge, just use thicker wire. You can scale them big with this technique. The colors, I like how the alcohol paints end up looking like a little bit of veining, like I was saying, with the coloring.
Yes, absolutely. It's just a lot of fun, and you can keep getting bigger and more detailed. And I went ahead and made a little one too, so you can sort of see what it would look like as the double. And then they're totally posable, and you can really just
oh my god, you guys,
make them how you want. And they're lovely.
So for those of you in chat that are planning, like, for your Halloween costumes, if you're planning like Tinkerbell, fairies, and fae, like this was the tutorial for you, because that's the cellophane over that vinyl. That's a key. That is a key point. Let me see what this is. Oh my gosh, people are saying, how much would cost to buy that already made at the store? Wings are very expensive, like good wings that are kind of detailed and handmade are very expensive. Like almost sticker shock and it's expensive.
Yes, fairy wings can get quite pricey. Obviously you can get sort of kids wings, and you can obviously upcycle them. I'm a big fan of that. There's some amazing resources on Amazon actually that are collapsible wings that you can get pre-made that already have the sort of structure, and then you can build on top of that however you want. You don't have to use the material that it comes with. You can add feathers to it. You can add, you could take that off and make it your own thing. So if this isn't something you feel confident in building from scratch, you can absolutely build onto something else. If that is something where you are not necessarily wanting to spend a lot of time on, because costumes take a while and they don't have to. They could be really simple.
Yeah. It's just, I think sometimes we overthink things in our heads, and if we just like let it go, let your imagination fly, you're like, oh, this could definitely look like this, and then try it. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Gina I can tell you, our entire existence is mistakes. And then sometimes you make a mistake and you're like, oh, wait, I'm going to use that next time. Lucky mistakes. You know?
We're getting some sneak peeks.
Yes, we're getting the overhead view of where our 3 contestants are moving along with their wing challenge. I want to find out, I can't tell from here what types of wings they're all sort of doing. I guess they're all going to probably be doing something different, which is what they do every week. They're always completely different, which is what's perfect. But I'd love to get a look at their materials. We'll do that next segment. For right now, I think they're pretty. They seem like they're pretty much grooving.
They really are.
I know. I'm like, does anyone have any questions? They're like, no, we got this. TikTok. From what material is Therese working with there? It looks netting.
It looks like we're seeing some sort of really like maybe an iridescent mesh, which is a beautiful, really great for like that insect texture, very ethereal. I've definitely got some of that in my own house. It's looking like a net mesh, but it's got some sparkle, which I like. It's looking
like we said. Sparkle and diamonds, a little bit of theater to your cosplay.
Yes, make it a showpiece. It literally frames you. You gotta go all out. And I see some. We definitely got some material. I'm seeing some cellophane.
Ooh. Let's pull up Monica. She's got the cellophane going.
Yeah,
purple
absolutely. I love a good purple cellophane. I'm thinking maybe we're getting a little dark. Maybe so. I think that's looks like a bat wing shake or sort of a demon-y wing, which I love. I'm very excited. I'm curious to see what technique she's going to use for the cellophane, because there are so many ways to do cellophane wings. There's so many ways to layer within and add on top, because with the alcohol inks for the way that I made my cellophane wings, I wanted to be able to keep that translucency. But if you want to use paint, you can add dark shadows actually, because it'll be opaque when you hold it up to the light. So if you want to make it dark and not have any light shine through in certain spots for texturing, you just use paint instead, and then it won't be see-through, and it'll add sort of that menacing, fun, murky look to your wings, which is also a fun way to maybe go about it. There's some fun things.
There's just so many wings.
I'm seeing some layered feathers. Oh my goodness.
There are a few questions or comments and questions coming in from chat, but I wanted to actually throw them at you. But we're going to take a quick break, because stuff and things. But we'll be back with more cosplay and more Gina and more tips and more wing stuff right after this. See you in a bit.
Don't go anywhere.
am the myth. I am the glory you seek. I am the island. And the island is me. I am the rage, the destruction. I am Eternum. And Eternum is me.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Crown Cosplay. I'm Alicia Marie, and I'm here with the incredible maker talent that is Gina DeVivo. And this week is all about what's going on our body and torso. Like, we've had Head and Shoulders Week, we've had Accessories Week, we've had like Boots Week, below the knee week. Well, this week is body and torso, and Gina's
We've had
our
head,
week
shoulders,
mentor.
knees, and toes.
It's like because cosplay is like head to toe. So
Yeah.
every week our contestants have been given challenges that help them to learn things that require building on different body parts. And this week is specifically wings. And actually one of the best things about this week is that a couple of our contestants, I think, are going to be incorporating wings into their final builds for TwitchCon San Diego. So I was taking notes. I really hope that they were taking notes. Gina, what are they doing with this challenge again? Just in case people are late to the game, fill them in.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, hello, we're making cosplays and hanging out and talking. But basically, our contestants, I have given them the challenge for their torso area of making a set of wings, however their hearts desire. They are basically have been let loose. They have been allowed to pre-make a skeleton if they chose because I am looking for detail work. They can interpret the prompt wings however they wish. We just wanted it to be a showpiece and have really good detail work. That means showing off their painting skills, showing off their embellishments, showing off their eye for detail, because next week they're going to be at TwitchCon and the judges are going to be looking close.
Ooh. Everybody likes it. What is it in cosplay? Like the 10-foot rule or something like that? The 10-foot rule. It's like, everyone's good. Don't be too close. Like, because I mean, things. But when you're doing a cosplay competition, the 10-foot rule can't exist. Because the judge, like Gina said, is going to be like this.
Yeah.
Wait, what am I doing?
Yes, they're going to be lovely, but they will be all up in your business.
Looking at them lines, and then judging them against what you tried to do. Well, I mean, every judge does judges differently. So one thing I'm going to be looking for next week at TwitchCon is to, hear what the judges have to say and hear what their sort of process in judging is, because every judge is completely different. But for these three, it's gonna be really interesting because they've never done a full cosplay, one. And of course, they've never been judged before professionally.
They've never done a full cosplay?
Nope. They've done looks, but they've never done a full build.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That's incredible. That's so incredible for the amount of details from the few builds I've already seen them make. That's incredible. I'm really so excited. I'm so excited to see them on the floor of when they finally have their full thing and getting to see everyone's face light up when they see them. Seeing the reactions is one of the best parts of being in full cosplay at a convention, because you've spent so much time with it and putting it on and wearing it at your house while lounging on the couch. But
in the supermarket, I love doing that, by the way.
When you're just walking around. But when you finally get to the floor and you see kids' faces light up and adults who recognize you from that one thing, it's really cool. So speaking of, I want to see my face light up. Can I see close-ups? I want to talk to them how they're doing.
Okay. Oh, Cerise. We got Cerise then. Gina wants to check you out, Cerise. No pressure.
Hello. Hi, ladies. We are starting on some detail work.
Right. I love it.
Thank you.
It is
so excited.
Beautiful. What did you make your structure out of?
All right, so I'm doing my wings for my character for the main show at TwitchCon. And I decided to take her wings, which are kind of more of a back tattoo, and turn them into actual wings that'll be nice and wearable. I thought that would be fun.
Cool.
So I did some armature wire and some foam. I sandwiched that wire between the foam. And then I shaped it. I gave it a good glue treatment. We went through some hot glue together. Wow. It was a great time. Then some foam clay to kind of seal those edges a little bit. And then just went to town with the Dremel. Oh, the Dremel. The Dremel and I become very close friends.
Spider-Man fan says
very close
they love
friends.
the gold. And one little llama says they love what you're doing.
So very shiny. So very shiny. Yes. My character is just dripping in gold, and so we had to keep that going all throughout the costume.
I love what you that you are taking a piece that on a character was a sort of flat and reimagining it as a three-dimensional object to just give it more lush and more texture and more life. That's so cool.
More drama.
Yeah, the drama of it.
Absolutely. I love the drama. I live for the drama.
Drama.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to have to ask you a question that you probably don't feel like answering right now, but you, Cerise, and the rest of the contestants are given a weekly budget for supplies. So I need to find out a little bit about how you used your budget.
So for budget purposes, I spent about $70. And that was to get some fabric. I got this gold sparkle tulle. I got some pretty lace trim over here with some gold in it. I got some new Velcro because I'm going to attach this to my costume via Velcro, which is underneath the paint or the tape here.
Nice.
And I used the same foam as I did last week for my sword. So it's the same foam from last week. So I think I did pretty well on my budget this week.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Supplies are
70.
expensive. It's good to reuse and recycle. And I love this circular, we talked about circular costuming where you reuse pieces from one costume, repaint them and use them for others.
Yep.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
All the time.
I know. I'm impressed with how creative this version of wings are. Lady Artemis is so pretty. Lady Artemis here. I like this interpretation of wings.
Yeah, that's why I really wanted to make sure that the contestants knew that it didn't have to be one idea of wing. This is why, because I want to see how they what they do with it.
How they. I mean, and one thing I will say about this group is since week one, they've always taken the mentorship and then said okay, and then run with their own ideas while using some of the techniques they see. And I kind of like that. And I love the fact that they're all really different. So I don't know who cast this crew, but they did a very good job. And for those of you who are watching, who are wondering how these contestants became contestants, is that they're following the Crown channel on Twitter. They answered a casting call and now they're here with us, and that could be you. So follow Twitter and then submit. I was looking for good creative people who are interested in different things. Right. And speaking of shows that are on the Crown channel, Gina DeVivo's Good at Stuff, which is a heavy crafting show, comes back for season 2 in November on the 29th. All right, let's see who we look. Can we close in on Atmos here? Because I'm having a little bit of a, what?
Hello.
Hello.
Are you cutting feathers?
everything.
Yeah. So basically, all of the materials I'm using are just fabric and hot glue. I've got a bunch of different shades of felt, some vinyl, some faux leather. I really wanted to stick to simple supplies and do kind of like a owl, druid, D&D, Ren Fair sort of look. So that's what I'm going for. And I'm really just cutting out all of my feathers. I'm adding these little snips in that you can kind of see because it gives you a really quick like suggestion of a feather. I'm hoping if I have some time to go in with a Sharpie and add a little bit of shading. But I'm kind of doing this for now. In case I don't end up having time, I'll still have some of that detail that I'm looking for. With the texture of both the cutting, the texture of the different fabrics I have. That's kind of where my mind is at right now, is getting, as you said, detail is important. So getting that detail in wherever I can, really.
Yes, I love the many textile look. That's very cool.
Textiles are my thing. I think that week 3 was the only week I didn't use fabric. So I'm like, what if I used fabric again and didn't do a wire structure for this week?
Yeah, I love that. You don't need it. You're going to have that.
You don't need it. You can make wings so many different ways.
Dramatic. And and then you get the reveal and you don't have to have them open all the time. And they're soft and they're warm.
And really comfy to wear, because I feel like wearing like a wing backpack all day at a con might not be the best. But if you know a lot of people are wearing some wingy stuff for Ren fairs and stuff like that, wearing a cape that's also wings, bada bing, bada boom.
Oh, yes, you are speaking my language.
Speaking of language, which has nothing to do with what I need to ask you right now, Atmos, how did you spend
Love a good,
the budget?
Not
the
good
budget.
segue. budget. How did I spend budget? I'm
known for that.
$65. I really basically just bought fabrics. I bought too much. I was sort of thinking, better to have too much, cut out too many feathers and have leftovers than not have enough and be screwed over. So I do have a lot of felt. I bought my felt in bulk, and then I bought just a bunch of remnants. A fabric store sometimes at the end of the bolt of fabric, they'll just sell it for like half price. So this was like $1 or $2. I got this really cool like wood print vinyl for $1 or $2. So yeah, $65 was my spending this week.
Yes, nice. I love the scraps bin at a material store. It's so good. You can get you can find some of the coolest stuff there quality.
For so cheap. Yeah.
Yes, it's such a good way to find expensive materials or unique materials. It's so good.
Especially for this, I'm just doing feathers, so I don't need a whole lot. I can just cut it up. I don't need a whole like yard of something. It's perfect for like patchwork, scrappy kind of costumes and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite things to do is a lot of fabric stores will have the bin of the end of the roll. It's like the end of the roll. And they usually sell that cheaper for some reason. So you can get like a yard of fabric for like 1/3 the price because it's the end of the roll. Yes, I mean, I and a lot of times in making, it's those little scraps that save you. Like seriously, so right?
I'm so impressed. So far, no one has spent over $100. That's wild.
And you're making your winged blanket of comfort, glamour, drama.
65 and 70. That's it. Amazing.
Hades Town said, "Do y'all struggle not to buy everything at the craft store?"
Oh yeah. I'm very similar to, I feel like a lot of crafters. It's like, I have a pile of fabric and I'm going to use it for something. I'm going to use it for something at some point, right? Right? I can't get rid of it, right?
We're hoarders.
No. Craft hoarders. Hello.
Absolutely, very much. Craft
we can't get away from it because it's always the thing that you threw away that you're going to need in a week.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Right?
Yep.
All right. We don't mean to disrupt you, Atmos.
Oh,
so
no
I just
worries.
Want to say you're doing great. Yeah. Woo! This
so
is like
good.
making me sweat watching this stuff come together. And all of their, I mean, so far from what we've seen from Cerise and Atmos, their techniques are completely different. Their designs are completely different. So Gina is sitting here like, I have to judge this.
Yeah, no, this is starting to make me sweat.
Yeah. Oh boy. And I'm like, woo, woo.
Yeah.
All right,
Ooh,
let's see.
okay, we got some purple happening.
I think you were right when you said that Monica was taking a dark turn. They're looking very, very demon.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. We're talking about you.
I can hear you.
She goes, I can hear.
So what are you working on right now?
I'm giving my lungs a break, and I'm just doing like little pointy, because they're supposed to be like purple devil wings.
Yeah.
So they're
Ooh.
I want to like burn the crap out of them and make them look really dilapidated on all of the edges. So
You're gonna burn
I'm
them?
just- I'm gonna burn them with this cool thing. I got.
Okay, don't set fire to things in there. God.
Make sure to turn on a fan and open a window.
Oh, yeah, there is a fan just pointing right at me.
Okay.
Do you have a respirator?
I do.
Yes, put it on.
Monica.
I got you.
Good. Yay.
Oh, good
Safety first.
Safety first.
Safety first.
Look
Safety
cute,
first.
but
Safety
safety
first.
first.
Correct.
Yes.
I have bedazzled a respirator before so that I still felt cute while I was crafting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Put like a little
Do
mustache.
you have it with you? Can I see it? Do you have it in
I don't have it with
arm's
me.
reach?
I don't have it
Okay,
in
all
arm's reach. I have it packed, unfortunately, because I brought it to the desert.
Oh,
But it is a full bejeweled respirator, and I love it. Ooh,
was it for
I
like
love
one
this.
of the like post-apocalyptic wasteland type
Yes.
weekends and stuff?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
The,
you
the
know
fan
what's
is
fun about
pointed at
those?
it and it keeps putting it
All the
off.
looks and costumes
Oh, no.
and things that people bring. Oh, Monica,
Here we go. Okay, yes.
you're making me nervous.
I love this technique
Flamethrower.
because then you get those charred edges, and you can sometimes get that bubbling, and it'll even create the holes that you get. Like when you think of like those good distressed bat wings, you know, it's a cool. I know, yeah, that's a good idea. There you go. Love
I get so
that. I
nervous with
love
that.
the idea of charred edges for like that's such a great idea. Not even just like technique wise, but like theme wise of having charred edges on a devil wing, a demon wing. You know, because obviously the fires of hell and all of these, you know, images from mythology and all that stuff of literally adding those textures, because you know you're gonna hug someone at a convention and you're gonna smell charred, and I think that's just really cool, like to think of like the multi-sensory experience of being at a con and like embodying your character.
Okay, you are cracking me up over here. What are you talking about?
You know what
She's
I
like
mean?
the charred.
Like, yeah, like if you have demon wings and you literally smell charred when you're at a convention floor, like that's so cool. You're gonna be like, that smell like you just escaped from somewhere. That's such a cool thing. I think that's what I'm talking about. Those details.
This is what you details. Let me tell you something, Gina. This is something we're gonna have to coin. You look like your character. You act like your character. You smell like your character. That's taking cosplay to the next level.
I will sometimes wear a specific smell based on.
Really?
Yeah, because like you're gonna be meeting people, and like obviously when you're meeting a lot of people, you don't want to you don't want to go like heavy on a smell because some people can be allergic, and you just want to be mindful of that. But yeah, like I'll wear a body oil or something. When I'm to theme, I'm to theme.
You're
like
so
if I look like I should
a honey
smell. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just think that all sensories should be engaged with art.
You do not realize that you guys have just like awakened a monster in me. I'm going to be wearing scent specific to my cosplay from now on. Like if I do storm again, I'm gonna smell like the weather, like the rain or something, or like if I do storm again, you know?
Yes.
Ooh.
Love it.
I'm like,
thank you for
ooh.
talking with us, Monica. I love it.
Yeah, thank you for chatting with us.
Sorry, I have the respirator back on.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Keep focusing.
You guys keep working because you don't have a lot of time. No pressure or anything. One of the things I wanted to bring up was Gina and I, we talked about walking around a convention wearing wings, and how that is a project, and that's the only reason why I've never cosplayed bewinged characters, is because I'm literally like already uncomfortable in a corset and heels, and I'm like, adding wings is just another layer of dedication. But in San Diego, I saw a cosplayer with these fully articulating wings that went out like this, and they came down, and his name was Ariaman Pori. He goes by the Batman of San Diego.
Wow.
And Angel X-Men cosplay, and I could not believe those wings. He said they weighed like 50 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds. I thought they were 30, but I might be wrong. I might be lying through my teeth again. But yeah, those wings, that's a level of dedication to the character that I've not delved into yet.
Truly incredible.
You're like, holy
man. Oh yeah. Wow.
And to have that sort of on, like to have it on your back, like for the entire sort of convention.
There has to be a time limit. You gotta have a time limit. You can't. Oh,
have it on the entire convention.
Did we find out, Monica, what was your budget?
Oh
yeah, Monica, get back here.
Oh, I'm
We're
sorry.
not done with you.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
It was 66. So the cellophane I bought, it was on sale. It came with a gold one too. So
cool.
I was gonna add it, but and it
you.
was, I think, 15. I bought the spray adhesive, which is what stuck the cellophane together.
Nice.
And this was $12.
Nice.
I didn't have to spend the foam for these little hooks, but I was like, well, why not? It's the second to last episode. Let's go hard.
Go
so that
hard.
was like a huge container for $12. And then if I have time, I'm gonna add these like purple LEDs to them. So,
okay.
We'll see how that goes. We'll see.
I'm excited. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. Go back to what you're doing.
I don't know if I said it again, but
You did.
66. Okay,
I
cool.
just start getting chatty and I forget where I am. Thank God Gina's here to save me from myself.
No, I realized I was like, no one has spent more than $70 has been the highest spent, and that is wild to me. I love it.
Supplies are expensive. You guys are being thrifty, and I'm proud of you. That's another thing to learn about making is how to save. You know, these things can run really expensive. So that brings me to our first poll of the night. Chat, are you guys ready? We need you to vote. Which contestant has used their budget the best? In your opinion, you have 1 minute to vote. Let's tell it up. Dun, dun, dun,
I want to
dun.
see
Which
bees in
contestant?
chat, my friends.
Come on,
Bees
chat.
for bird, my big bird wings. Bees in
right.
chat.
Neighbors at.
I only spent $65.
Let's go,
I think I was
neighbors.
the big budget queen of this week.
Let's get in here.
See those bees
Everybody
in chat
put those
for a
A's
budget
in
queen.
chat. Let's go.
I would love to see
A's for
some
Cerise.
bees, my friends. Bees, bird, bugs, bumblebees.
We are acing
budget.
these wings. A
Budget.
for Cerise.
It's all about budget, and I know the best, if I do say so myself. I mean, I'm biased.
Look at all that glitters is gold, baby. Look at all this gold. Look at all this gold. Let's go.
I mean, you've got 20 seconds left, and there's not enough bees in chat. I want to see an uppercase B, then a lowercase b, then another uppercase B, then another lowercase b, because why not? And just flood the chat with bees, because
Neighbors,
that's
let's
what I
see
like
it.
to
Let's see those
see.
A's. Oh,
B,
my heart is so warm.
That's what
for
you
all
like
those
to
A's.
see.
C, B, A. Canadian, A. But yes, bees in chat, bees in
A.
chat, my friends. Let's see those bees. Let's move that up. 31%. Oh, I think it's done.
It looks like they're loving Cerise Jubilee. Cerise Jubilee is our winner as best use of the budget. Congratulations.
Thank you, neighbors.
Thank you, fans. I just want to thank the fans. Good job on, you spent $70, you said?
$70.
It can be done, peoples. It can be done. Congratulations, Cerise. Okay, breaky time. We'll be back with more cosplay, crafting, Gina DeVivo, and me after this. See you in a bit.
What is that?
You're inside what we call a peripheral. You think this is a game, but it's real. It just hasn't happened yet.
And welcome back, everyone. You're watching Crown Cosplay. I'm Alicia, and I'm here with Good Stuff's Gina DeVivo. She is week 4 mentor for our contestants, and this week is all about wings. I'm actually going to leave it to you, Gina, to recap this week's project for our viewing audience.
Yes, I have challenged our contestants this week to make wings, and they can interpret that with their beautiful creative minds however they wish. All they have to do is make it wow. They have to add details. They have to show off all of those fun techniques for giving it texture and layers and that extra oomph for the judges, the judge being me, and also at TwitchCon next week.
And where they're really going to have to, they're going to be subjected to the scrutiny of basically someone, looking at every bit of that. Actually gives me so much anxiety because I mean, I'm a crafter, you're a crafter. I chew my own projects apart. Like, I'd be like, this is terrible. But all my project. So it's another thing to wear it, another thing to photograph it, where you have good lighting and filters and stuff. But when you're sitting in front of a judge, it's just you
and sweating in it and wearing it for hours and seeing it hold up under the literal lights.
Even
so that's what we're doing.
That's it. So you guys got it. How are you guys doing in chat? I can tell you guys are enthralled with what the contestants are working on, and everyone really does love this 3 look, and trust me, I love it too. So I can kind of get a
I love this. I love getting to watch
the progress.
It's so cool.
Monica, I'm watching Monica, and I see the flamethrower.
I know. Really I am so impressed with how many feathers Atmos has already cut out.
He's speeding.
He's like speed. That is so much texture, so many layers. When that thing moves, you're gonna see each individual piece flow. It is going to be incredible. That is like the epitome of like you'd think, oh, that's just simple. It's layering piece. That is complicated, and it'll look like you spent hours and hours and hours doing it, because the illusion of just the fullness that's going to create. I'm so excited to see the finished product. It's going to be pow.
Just so if you're looking at Atmos's project, like he was saying, he went and he got a bunch of different sort of contrasting fabrics, and those contrasting fabrics are really sort of making it all pop.
Yeah,
So like
layering it.
Hit them discount bins.
Yeah, it's such a good mix, because if obviously you could do that all in one color and then individually shade or paint each one, but that's such a smart way of adding such texture and movement and visual language, is just mixing it up and getting complementary textures and colors. Like some of those are vinyl, some of those are felt, it looks like. And he said some leathers. Like that's just such a great texture, is so cool.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like we're geeking out over the textures and we're geeking out over the fabric mix and the fact that he made the little leaves. I think that's really, the feathers, leaves. What am I doing? And I also like the fact that
leaves.
You could make leaves. You could be a druid.
Atmos, what brought your love of material to your life?
Sorry, 1 second. I just glue gunned my wing to my shirt.
Oh no!
Yeah, if you want to just take a peek right there, glue gun on my shirt.
Technical difficulties.
Great time to ask me a very important question. But I think my mom is in chat, and we are a very crafty household growing up. So I was always around various crafts, whether they be textile related or not. And so I always had a love for crafts, and I always have had a love for fashion and the transformative nature of fashion. If folks in chat don't know, I did drag, and I still do drag, and I've done it for 10 years, and it's a huge passion and love for me. And so I think kind of that like loving, fashion and what it can do and loving to create things sort of led me to the realm of like textiles and fabric, and because I think fabric is so important. It really speaks to so many people, and we wear it like literally every single day. If you are wearing clothing, you are wearing some kind of fabric. I just think it's neat. I'm like Marge Simpson with the potato. I just think it's neat, is what I would say.
Oh, okay. So Laced with Ennui said someone needs to ask how many hot glue sticks you've been through, Atmos.
Today, I think it's been 3 or 4.
Oh, that's it?
So far.
That's not bad.
Yeah, besties. The last thing I'm checking is how many glue sticks I'm going through right now. I'm more worried about, getting as much of this cape covered as I can in the amount of time that I have. So I'm not like, well, how many glue sticks have I used so far? I'm more so like, how the hell am I going to finish this in however much time we have left?
I mean, it looks like you were already almost done.
I'm gonna take that confidence you have in me, and I'm gonna run with it.
Good, you should. Because so far, the square footage you got left, it looks like you're pretty close.
We'll see. It's gonna be a race to the finish line, I think.
Wow, look at that layered. Oh, Atmos, you have been cruising. I didn't even see the backside.
Yeah, this is both sides. It's like a full cape, like a half circle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'll be able to like spread my arms out, and it'll kind of look like wings when I'm turned around.
That looks absolutely beautiful already.
Drama.
Exactly, the drama of it all.
Well, keep gluing. Don't mind us.
Trust me, I will. I tuned you out.
Good.
A little bit, like very recently.
That's what you should.
At least he's honest. I tuned you guys out a long time ago.
I'm like half, as soon as there's a question, I'm like, okay, I've got a question to answer. But other than that, I'm like,
No, we're white noise.
Fabric
Don't you
to
worry.
cover.
Help me, I'm glued to my screen.
All right, well, don't worry. Let's check in on someone else, and we'll let
We've
you.
got this. Thank you for checking in.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about different. Yeah, I was thinking about different types of wings and how, like we're looking at the 3 contestants and what they do, and we see that Atmos is a feather-based wing thing. What are some other really sort of different types of wings that people want to create for their different characters?
Sure.
Maybe-
I mean, yeah. There's tons. As I was saying during my little demo, it's so fun to look them up. Like, I love looking at. There are tons of resources online that are like macro pictures of wings for insects. There's and you'd be blown away by how many kinds of insect wings there are. And I love looking at like anatomy books for wings and finding out how they function. And like, you think, oh well, you know, bird wings or angel wings sort of have this, they're all just a feather shape. And sure, that can be true, but if you really get those like close-up pictures, you'll see that some are a little fluffier and they're shorter and they're different colors and the different textures, and then some are longer, and the way that they sit on the anatomy of the creature, whether it's fantasy or not, it could be a griffin wing or, you know, anything.
Yeah,
there are these shapes that bodies take when they move naturally. And I just think that's some fun things to look at. Like right here, we have Cerise's wings are so unique,
like,
and
you'd
never go, oh, that's a wing. But when I look at that and you hold them up, I go, yeah, absolutely. I interpret that as wings because they have that sort of. Yeah, they have that. It's almost like a crown of wing.
That's definitely what I was going for. It looks more like jewelry on her body than it does a wing. And so I thought, let's make it lavish. Let's make it another like version, but have the same motif. Because this swirly motif with the little 5 bumps on it is all the way through every piece of jewelry that this character has. So I had to make sure that we went with it. This motif was then taken all the way through the costume.
Yeah. How did you weather your what sort of techniques did you use to weather the gold sort of I'm assuming you're interpreting it as metal.
Yes, kind of in jewelry in sense, you know.
I
took the idea of it. I saw that there were some very intricate lines and stuff in all of the pieces. So I took my Dremel and I pre-cut those lines and gave myself kind of that guide so it would look 3-dimensional. And then I went in with just some black acrylic paint to kind of deepen those lines and make them look more stand out. And then just kind of took a dry brush to it and gave it a little bit more of a zhuzh in the right direction.
Yes, dry brushing is one of my absolute favorite steps of all costuming and prop making. It's my favorite. If you don't know, it's when for those at home, it's the technique of when you take paint on a brush, but you basically you buff most of it off, and then you just sort of lightly brush it along the surface of your whatever you've been sort of crafting, and then all of those little details that you've spent so long sculpting or adding, and all the little textures just immediately pop. Everything comes out, and all that hard work that you have just then covered and made flat with one color of paint comes back.
Yes, I especially love using dry brushing.
It really is.
It really is.
With metallics. It's really effective with metallics.
Yeah, this metallic is very shimmery.
Is that blue in the center of that swirl going to be a gem?
Yeah, so I have gemstones that I casted for most of my costume because there's like I said, lots of jewelry. She's got some bling, this gal. So we had to go through and learn some gem casting, which was a brand new skill for me. Anything with resin is new for me. So I wanted to add it on this one because there are some gems on the actual structure themselves. So I felt like this would be a safe place to put it so that it doesn't get lost in everything. Just kind of the eye of the storm, the center of the swirl.
Cool.
I love it that you actually learn gem casting and all this because casting gems for anything, for any reason is a huge learning curve.
It
resin
was.
is a
I
learning
watched
curve.
several YouTube videos about it. Lots of people who know way more about it than I do, and it made it so much easier.
Smart. Very smart. It's like you get to the point where you're like just throwing the gems out the door and like, that's it, I'm just gonna get some because this is hard. And then, but once you master the air bubbles and the dryness that you have to keep, like it can't be wet outside. You're gonna want to start casting everything all the time, which is what happened to me.
Right. I still have leftovers and I want to do it again.
Yep. Little molds and stuff. And I will say this, the resources for cosplay that exist today are so much more extensive than they were back in the day where there was nothing. Now you can find great molds. I mean, and like they were selling Eva foam and Warbler on Amazon. And I was like, whoa. Yeah. So the resources are out there.
Oh, let's check in on Monica. How's it going?
Monica.
It's good.
Okay.
How much
just
time
wanted to
do
throw
they
out
have
there.
left, Alicia?
They have 5 minutes left.
Oh my god. Okay,
You have 5 minutes
Just
left,
under 5,
everybody.
sorry.
Wait, how many?
Oh,
How many?
5.
Just under 5 minutes. Oh boy.
Okay. Tell me what you've been going through. What you've been working on. I see some more colors have entered.
Yeah, so I just added some like glitter so that when I move, you can see like a little bit more shine to it.
Yes.
So sorry, I'm gonna take off my mask now.
That's okay.
I don't know why I was wearing it. So I'm just like doing that dry brush technique, kind of just like dabbing it all over the place. And since cellophane is kind of sticky, it's sticking to it pretty well. So
nice.
Just going crazy. I just realized I didn't buy batteries or enough batteries, so I only have one light pack. So it's just gonna be like one wing angel like light going on.
One light, one dark. We love working with what we've got.
Yeah, so whoops, did not add that to the budget. I should have gotten batteries for some reason. Oh well.
It's okay. Oh, I just realized that the little burn hole technique you did. That's what you were doing with
I
it.
love the burn holes. I think that's so, I love that. Love it so much. What inspired the demon wings today? What was it that made you want to go, yes, I'm going dark and spooky?
I've never done like big wings like this before. I've done like small little like from Tifa from Final Fantasy, where she's like, I don't know, dressed in her little like honeybee inn type of thing.
Yeah.
But they were tiny and they were small, and I was like, man, I can go bigger. I want to try to go as big as I can. And I've never put like a structure like this before. I normally just had like a bra strap that I just wrapped around my armpits and was like, okay, I think this will hold up. So I'm gonna see if this works. It's got like the PVC backing.
Yes.
Fingers crossed that it works. We'll see.
This is good practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 minutes left.
See.
Just under 2 minutes. Announcement. Yep. So let's pick it up, folks.
Let's not distract them anymore. I just want them to have as much time as they want.
It's like
I know. It's down to the wire.
Alarms going off.
But
and it's like, all these wings are extremely different. They're all really creative in different ways, which makes it, again, another week where it's impossible to judge who did the best. But there's always going to be something that stands out that, especially to you, Gina, that will tip someone forward out of these 3 contestants. And it's an important week. It's the last week before San Diego TwitchCon, which is the finale. So they're all looking to come out of this week with a weekly win. Oh my gosh. I honestly, I'm trying to think, like, if I wanted to make wings today, part of me wants to try the fairy wing idea that you gave us, Gina.
Yeah,
I really want to do that now.
It's really fun. It's an easy, it feels really daunting, but it's a nice, easy one, and you can just keep having fun with it.
plus I like you said, like shiny and pretty. Like I kind of want to do it. Like I want to use those like sort of play with it.
The cool thing too is you can make it on a small scale, and you can make like ear cuffs. They don't have to be these big ones. You can make little ear jewelry. Those are always fun to make too.
Like wing things. Which brings me to my next topic, which has nothing to do with my next topic. Chat. Poll time. Which contestant do you think has been the most creative today? Oh, wait, back up. I don't want to put the poll up yet because I'm gonna wait until they're done. I'm ahead of myself as always. I want to wait until they're done before we do that poll. Hold up.
Okay.
We're not done yet. 15 seconds, we're counting down.
Okay. Is there a question in chat we can answer?
Come on. Everyone says
Anybody
it's
got
crazy
any questions before we go to a break?
People are really like sort of like everyone in the chat. Time's up. Glue guns down. Paint down. Knives down. Let me see your fingers. Monica, don't be sad. She's excited. You guys did an hour. You guys did wings in an hour. All right? So are we gonna like get to... All right, right now we're gonna do the poll. We're gonna do the poll now. Is everyone ready for that in chat? Yeah, exactly. Air yourself out. Stay hydrated. Drink something. All right, audience. Right now, who do you think of these three has been the most creative throughout this process? I'm excited to know. Let's see. Flip the poll. Yay!
Let's see those bees in chat, my friends. Bees. B for bird. It is an owl, which is a bird, and that is a bee. I want to see just a capital B in chat, and then send a separate message with a lowercase b in chat. I want to see bees in the chat for me, please. Just single bees. Just all I need is one bee in chat. Just on its own, by itself.
38 seconds.
One bee.
Vote.
One bee is all I need. Just one bee. Just one bee. Pop that bee in there. Just a hint of a bee. We got 30 seconds left. I want to see those bees, my friends.
Favorite.
Uppercase B, lowercase b, whatever it may be. I have glue gun on my shirt. I forgot about that. Yeah, vote for me because I ruined my shirt making these. I literally have a glue gun stain now, so I want to see bees in the chat. Uppercase and lowercase. Let's see all those bees for me, my sweet friends. I would love to see those
2,
bees.
1. All right. It looks like our chat has spoken, and they are loving Cerise for the most creative of the contestants. Congratulations, Cerise. Do you have anything you want to say? Anything you want to say to your fans and supporters?
Hanging out with me today. Thank you so much for loving all my stuff today. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations. Everyone worked really hard. Really difficult stuff coming up next for Gina, but we're going to take a quick break and come back, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Woo! Woo!
Kuno, this is it. You've got it.
Say hi to the people, Carl.
Today we're playing solitaire. This is something crazy.
This is the place to be.
Chat is going absolutely wild. Bro, I'm hyped. Let's go. No.
I don't know what else to tell you. We're here for the tryouts.
I don't think you understand. This is the All-American League.
We're pretty All-American.
Who was that?
I'm a pitcher, and you need me.
Everybody on the team has to have a job at the factory.
They don't get to decide if this is real or not. We do.
Let's go.
You girls traveled out of your time.
Hey, who's there? I live here. No, I live here. That's her. Holy shit. Future me will know how to get us home.
You don't know who you're about to become.
You have no idea what's at stake here.
Yeah, it's the fate of humanity. I get it.
Glue gun gang, why am I the one sweating? Gina, welcome back. You're watching Crown Cosplay. I'm Alicia, I'm your host, and I'm here with Gina DeVivo. She was the week 4 mentor for our contestants. Our contestants are competing in a series of weekly cosplay craft challenges as they prep for TwitchCon San Diego next weekend, where they will debut their first full cosplay build, and one of them is going to become the first Crown Cosplay champion in history. Woo! It's good to be it's good to be number one. Anyway, our contestants have had 1 hour for their body torso challenge that was set by Gina DeVivo, which was not an easy one at all. It was a wing build. It was a wing build. All right, let's see the reveals. I'm ready. I want to see these. Cerise, you're first.
Oh,
God, Cerise.
Righty, here we go. Here are my wings. They're supposed to sit inside of my corset, which of course I need a second pair of hands to do, but just trust me, that's what's gonna happen. But it should look a little something like this.
Wow. Look at those. Chad, do you love those? Aren't they amazing?
Those are beautiful.
I'm very, very excited with how these turned out because I had an idea in my head and I was really hoping that it would execute.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see those.
To think
and those are for your final build, right?
Yes, this is for my final build. So I put a little hand tie on here. So if I wanted to pull them out a little bit, wear them on the finger. It's an age back to like the vintage gowns that always had so much fabric.
Jerome. Yes. I absolutely love seeing your things, and you can sort of play with it and give that theater for your cosplay when you're on the con floor. Those are amazing.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely stunning.
They're so unique too. I mean, I never would have saw curly wings coming from anybody. Oh my gosh. All right. So let's move on to the next final reveal. I mean, Gina, there you go. You got Cerise's submissions. Let's see what Atmos has for us. My goodness.
Hello, hello, hello. Hi. I'm wearing my wings. Let me see if I can show you.
Oh, wow. Oh my God.
What?
Wow.
You know, it's got ribbons on the wrists and on the neck so you can kind of wear it.
Wow.
Oh my God, I love
the texture. That's the one the movement.
Yeah, I tried to get every feather to have at least like a little clip in it just because, you know, it gives that extra bit of like that feather look.
Yeah.
I did not think I could get this done in an hour. The fact that there's feathers all the way up to the collar.
Yeah. You surprised yourself.
I'm really happy with this. I feel like now I need to make a D&D owl druid character just so I can cosplay as my own character now.
Yes, I want one. I want a feather cape.
But yeah, I really love how all the different fabric textures, you know, the faux leathers, I'm obsessed with this vinyl. It's like a wood print, and so I feel like it's very like barn owl kind of vibe.
That was a find. Yeah. That was a find. That was a smart, and it also, because every other color is pretty solid, it adds that little sort of zing, and that's what Gina was talking about when she said the surprise details are what judges like to see, the things they don't expect, and it just adds that stuff. So you had you're showing good instincts with regards to costuming in general. Wow!
Thank you. I had so much fun with this. This is an absolute blast. In an hour. In an hour.
And the chat is also saying in an hour, and they want everyone to give a hoot for Atmos. So hoot, hoot,
hoot, hoot.
All right, Atmos, sit tight. We're gonna wrap up and roll over to see what Monica has to show Gina. Ooh, Monica! Oh yes, you are. All little succubus.
I'm trying to get it so you can see the holes.
I can see them. I can see them.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I love the holes. And I'm so glad you ended up doing the clay detail as the little hooks on the top. Yes. That is so good. And you got the lights on both.
I attempted it. It's like just kind of draped on there.
But that adds to like the
we work
darkness.
with what we've got.
Yeah. Trying to get them to
Are you flying away?
I was trying to get them to flap.
They look fantastic.
They look good. The texture, I love all the crinkling and the light it's catching, and I love the holes.
And it's almost like they're tattered.
The harness is working.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks tattered. Like you fought your way out of something.
Fought your way.
Yeah.
She fought her way through this costume.
Through the whole competition.
Gosh. Are you happy with it, Monica? Do you feel good?
I feel like, for an hour, there was a lot of things that I forgot. So like for all of the mishaps, I'm pretty happy with this.
Yeah, you guys you did a lot
big.
in an hour.
I did. And I was like, well, you know what? If I'm going big for TwitchCon, might as well go big for the second to last episode too. So
thank you. We're in week 4. If you're gonna flex, this is the moment to flex. This is it.
Or flat.
Woo, 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 woo. All right. Now that we've seen all 3 of our contestants chat, this is your turn. This is the last week for you to throw up. Who has the best final product? Who has the best wings? Who did the best? Final poll of the night. Let's see. Pull up that poll.
Get those bees ready in chat, friends. I want to see those bees for atmospheres. Atmospheres? I don't know. But bees. Bees in chat. I would love to see those bees. You've got 55 seconds. Give me an uppercase B, then a lowercase b, then an uppercase b, then a lowercase b, then an uppercase b, then a lowercase b. Do your civic duty.
Let's go.
Vote in chat. I would like
You
to
better
see.
flap. I love it.
I would like to see a bee.
We're shining. We're shining. Let those A's
I
shine,
thought
neighbors.
something better
Let's
than
go.
owlmospheres.
Let's
30 seconds.
Owlmospheres.
Those A's
I think
shine
that
in
alone
chat, friends. Let
deserves
those
your vote
A's
in chat. I would
shine.
love to see those
Let's
bees.
see
I
them.
see those bees coming
See
on
those
in.
A's.
I cannot
Come
even
on,
thank
A's.
anyone who's
Keep
given
it
me those
going,
bees,
keep
but
it
I
up,
thank you for
neighbors.
those
We're so
bees.
close.
Uppercase, lowercase,
Keep on,
uppercase,
neighbors. We
lowercase,
got
beep, beep,
this.
beep, beep, beep,
We
beep, beep,
got
beep,
this.
beep, bees
Let's
in chat.
fly
I
away
would like to
together.
see those bees. I would like to see those bees in chat, friends. I would like to see those
Flying
bees.
away. We're flying
Besties,
away together, chat.
besties, give me those bees.
Let's go.
Besties, give me those
Nice
bees.
little hug,
Give me
everybody.
those
It's
bees.
Friday.
Give me those bees. I need to see
All
one more
right.
bee.
Okay, let's see where we are. Oh, the people have spoken. Chat is loving Cerise Jubilee. Yes, Cerise.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. Thank you for all the love today.
The winner of
That's
Best
been so wonderful.
Final Product is Cerise Jubilee. Congratulations. Their curly wings have won over crowds of people in chat. But now we're on to Gina.
Yes.
It's on you.
Hi, it's me. I'm having a really hard. I'm sure that this happens every single week, but I am truly having a very hard time deciding. So I want to go through and highlight all of you individually really quickly. Cerise. I am pretty obsessed with the creative design for this specifically because the fact that this was not even a wing, like the fact that this was a tattoo design that you interpreted into a 3D object and it came out so regal, so beautifully. It is it truly is like a showstopper piece. It looks truly elegant. And I'm so excited that you will get to wear it.
Thank you. I'm covered in glitter now, so it's worth it.
Good. It's absolutely stunning. And Atmos, the amount of feathers is kind of
so many
baffling.
feathers.
It is so many So many. It truly looks like it's just glue and material, but it looks like you painstakingly laid each individual thing, and it is absolutely stunning. I would wear it. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Feathertastic from the chat.
Yeah, fantastic. Monica, you went big, and I want to compliment you specifically on the ingenuity of how you went for a huge wire structure without knowing how to do it at all. And the burning was so cool. I've never actually burned with an actual flame. I've done it with heat tools, but it's so cool to have it done with an actual flame. I think adding the char is such a cool idea. And obviously adding glitter. We love a glitter and all of that. I think if you had gotten both lights, it would have been epic. But I kind of like that it's just sort of trimmed along the bottom. It just adds, I like things that make your eyes go up and down, obviously. It's, a lovely texture. And I think they're rad. We love cellophane wings. I think they're rad. I think you look like you clawed your way out of hell, and I think it's rad.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Good job, Monica. Good job, Cerise. Amazing job, Amos. You guys have obviously impressed your mentor. And she's given you her thoughts, and what you guys have done. And, oh boy, Gina, it's all you. And why.
Yeah.
It's good to tell us why,
Yeah. Okay. And now I think I'm supposed to tell what I think we're supposed to wrap to the final thing, right? Okay, it's 3.
It's you.
Okay. I'm ready. Is everyone ready?
Okay.
Let's see.
Yes,
3,
we're ready.
2, 1.
We're hearing that you were oh my gosh, Atmos, your feathers. Oh my gosh.
Wait, I said I would do something if I won again. 1 second.
What? I'm afraid. Or should I be afraid? Maybe not. Let's see. Yay! Shrek, owl, Shrek, Shrek.
Okay, I did it.
Feathered Shrek. Congratulations.
Incredible.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Specifically, though, I wanna say a few more things.
Okay.
To Monica, I really wanna you had so much ambition, and I wanna specifically say, competition shows are very hard and they're very stressful, but there is so much value in everything that you all do. And that it is absolutely not about obviously winning, cool, it's great. But the artistry and the amount of work that you put into your stuff, the amount of creativity that you put into has value no matter what. You all did so beautiful things. Monica, your piece is beautiful, and I can't wait for you to have so much more time and see your finished products at the convention. You're going to be great. And yeah, it sucks to have when you realize you've mismanaged time or whatever, or not having batteries for both packs. And Cerise, it was really difficult for me because
you were close.
Your piece is absolutely stunning. It was so close. I actually was sitting there for a really long time deciding, because your piece is absolutely stunning, and I really wanted to split it because the detail work in your framing is lovely. The Dremel work you did on your piece is beautiful. I love all of the gold and the weathering on your gold. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
It absolutely stunning. And Atmos, It really just came down to the amount of work you got done in an hour, and the layers and the movement you achieved with your piece is truly stunning. It looks effortless, which is crazy. So I just want to say you all did amazing, and I'm really happy.
Thank you
and
so
I'm
much,
really proud of
Gina.
you.
You guys did such a good job, and I hate to end it here because we could like literally talk the next hours, but we're running out of time. Contestants, congratulations. Atmos, you did amazing. All of you did. The next time I see you guys will be at TwitchCon in San Diego next Saturday, the 8th at 3:30 p.m. right here on the Crown Channel. Good luck. Make final touches on your costumes, and I will see you guys in San Diego. Goodbye.
We'll see you in San
See you
Diego.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you, Gina.
Bye.
Thank you, Gina. And I'll see you guys in San Diego as well. Woo, it's gonna be crazy. TwitchCon, here we come.